there's a whole set of other worlds that exist inside Colditz, and that's what makes it so wonderful to write about in a way. Is it's a sort of enclosed theatre. I mean, there was, of course, a theatre in Colditz, but the building itself is a kind of enclosed world. And what I really wanted to do was sort of dig into that world and find out what it was actually really like. And it is very different from the black and white world that we inherited.
Yeah. And you pick up on a few of the famous prisoners. Pat Reid, who basically was able to mould I hadn't realised to the extent that he moulded it in his image, but also was he behind the game as well? So he made money from so he was making money from Colditz. And what I really loved, I couldn't find it. I would try to find it online. You talking about him on being on This Is Your Life, which sort of is this odd. I ended up watching the Douglas Bader one instead, but this odd world where they became light entertainment figures almost. So I wanted to, Pat Reid met up with the Eggers, his chief sort of prison, the person in charge of the prison in This Is Your Life, which was an extraordinary moment. But it's sort of odd to see Douglas Bader mixing with the light entertainment celebrities of the 1970s.
Well, some of them managed to parlay, Colditz into careers. Pat Reid's a very good example. I mean, he was the first escape officer in Colditz. He actually wasn't in Colditz very long. I mean, he managed to escape after a year and a half. So he was there a shorter time than almost any of the other prisoners. And yet after the war, and I don't hold this against him. I mean, good on him. He wrote several books. He patented the board game. He traveled the world kind of giving lectures on Colditz, a place that he hated on sight when he first got into it and then spent the rest of his life thinking and writing about. It's and he was really the architect of the Colditz legend. I mean, it was he who gave the lasting impression that everyone in Colditz had been just like him. And he was one of those irrepressible, probably quite annoying, unstoppable people who never said die, we're always going to get out of here. Cheeky chappy, but they weren't all like that. I mean, they were great. I mean, Colditz is often presented as if it was a sort of coherent band of brothers. Actually, it was a place deeply divided by politics and nationality and class and race and all the other things that we know exist in society. They are the things that we are interested in today: psychology, sexuality, behavior, socioeconomic, all those things which we know exist in society. And did they exist inside Colditz.